Hello and welcome. This is Wander named Guy, and I am going to be looking at a couple of different McFarlane toys that I have. Actual Spawn McFarlane, like actual. Um, yes, last time I did toys, they were just manufactured from McFarlane, but these are actually. This is from '96. This is the Mangler. This is pretty cool because it is a wolf. Let's go. It is a wolf. Here we go. The curse of Spawn reaches beyond the human world. Malboja, the leader of the Darklands, has recruited animals in his quest to build the ultimate army. Many animals, including the Mangler, a wolf in his previous life, has become excellent spawns. So this is an actual. This is like an animal with the spirit of. It's pretty cool. Um, they don't question their masters and act to please without hesitation. Uniting his animal instincts with the power of a spawn, the Mangler relies on his keen sense of smell to track down his prey and carries a barbaric sword to defend himself. I guess the sword is in there with that. But yeah, this is there's a little bit better of a view. Kind of, he really does look like the Violator. I'm not sure if that was kind of a, because like in the movie, the Violator's like, I'm not the Vindicator. I don't think he says I'm not the Mangler, but that'd be like really funny if he was like, I'm not the Mangler. And here we go. We actually get a sneak peek. This is from '96, I believe. 1996. Yeah. So I mean, they had a bunch of different series, and when he got into the 2000s, he actually did like different it was different like series runs. He did like I had a Medusa, and then he did ones like he did a Viking Age, and then he did like actual like cybernetics on all of them on one series. So he did like a bunch of them, and then he started doing. So okay, so hang on. So I wanted to originally open this. This is kind of already, so you can see, open, and it's missing the skull in there. It's supposed to have a skull, as you can see. But my uncle gave me this, and I don't know if it fell out or if he was trying to um, look at something, or if he used the skull for something or whatnot. But because it's already open, I was like, oh yeah, let me just open it. But I kind of, it's in, like with my Dune figures, they're on a shelf and displayed and all nice, but sometimes they fall and stuff, and this being, a 24-year-old, was it 24? Yeah, I think a 24-year-old toy. I just kind of, I don't know. Maybe at the end of this, I will go ahead and open it. But anyways, from what I was saying, so from Spawn figures, he went out and did this McFarlane Dragons, and he did these for several years. And this is the last one that I have. I've had, and throughout my years, I've had Spawn figures. I've had Overkill, Saigor, the Gravedigger, Spawn Reborn, the Raven. I even had 4 out of the 5 samurai feudal era ones. They're all like really cool, but like when you take them out of the box, they start, if you don't take care of them, especially if you're just a kid, a teenager, like 12 or 11 years old, it's you lose stuff, or they break, or they fall when you're trying to position them, and especially when you have cats that jump on everything. um, Anyways, so even this little guy, he's got a piece missing there because cat decided to chew on that. Anyways, but yeah, this guy's like nice, doesn't really have a big, footprint, and he stands on his own, so that's always nice. But yeah, these weren't really like action figures. I mean, they had some opposable, like one opposable joint, but they're more like, I would just say like artistic statues. I don't know what exactly you'd call that, because there's like toy opposable action figures, and then just this where it's just, I could use this on like a D&D thing, um, but yeah, I've always enjoyed McFarlane, just because he always did really cool, really fantastic productions. It's a really great imagination with the comics, and he like brought a lot of that to life. So it was really nice when he did the dragons, because I was like, oh, it's cool. It's still McFarlane, but it's like something else than Spawn. And then nowadays, with the Dune, he does a bunch of different stuff. But here's my uncle gave me this, and my uncle also gave me this. This is like, wow. This is original, with #1, with the original Spawn toy. This little guy, I think, likes to move around, and not taped in there, but this was the original lineup of Spawn Toys. From my knowledge, I believe this was a '94, so might not be the original, but see the Violator kind of, I know he has that like giant spike and the 2 spikes, but that's what I was saying. They kind of have a similar kind of body structure. You have to see there's Overkill, and Medieval Spawn, Tremor, the Clown, Spawn, Spawn Mobile, Violator Monster Rig, and then Spawn Alley. So that's funny. Oh, see. Yeah, for some reason that came out of there, like the heat or something, just the tape over time. Yeah, this is really cool. My uncle also gave me this, and surprised like the actual comic in it isn't too badly scuffed up. Like the spine is pretty good. There's just one part right here where the plastic is kind of dug down onto it, so it's kind of warped the paper a little bit. But this is something that it has the little divot here, so it does pretty much stand up on its own if it wasn't on carpet. So it kind of, yeah, I don't know why it's not standing up now. There we go. So it does, I do have it up on a shelf, and I don't know if I would ever open this, maybe to get the comic out and grade it one day, whenever that's possible. Like, they're so backed up on grading stuff, but I think I don't know, and it'd be really nice if it was like at least a 7 or something like that, grading wise. I don't think it's going to be like an 8 or 9, because of how long it's been in the plastic, and this one part is kind of mitched. But yeah, that was like really cool, and my uncle gave me this, and then he gave me this, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I have like the original Spawn, and then like this guy is pretty beefy. I mean, from just 2 or 3 years, because this is 96, this is 94. Production value, it's just great, because I don't know, I really I do want to open this. I'm just kind of like, I don't know, because I mean, once you do that, it's it's pretty much like I said, with the whole not having a place for it or a boxer anymore. But yeah, I have these two, and then from my uncle, and then it's really kind of took me by surprise. I didn't know that he was kind of redoing these. This is Saigor. It's a cybernetic gorilla. So like one of the biggest foes, and this guy like has a huge kind of, he's like a foot or, yeah, I would say like a foot or 14 inches with his hands raised up. And really he just has, you know, the two arms just kind of move. But I kept him in his box just because the same reason. It's nice in his box. Here we go. Saigor, the pinnacle of robotic animal weapon, raw lab science. He is the perfect combination of beast and machine. Designed to test subject for Ra's newest cybernetic enhancements, Saigor exceeded the potential to become Ra's greatest success. His brute strength is augmented with his metallic muscles, and his intelligent instincts and reflexes are perfectly tuned with his built-in combat matrix. He was created to be the next-gen warrior. Now the perfect weapon is on the loose and out of control. It's pretty cool. But I guess he had other... there's like a shark that was there. There's a cool raptor and a battle snake. Yeah, I don't know what this was from. I didn't even, you know, really kind of know about that. I know now that he's actually kind of releasing some of his most iconic Spawn iterations, like the Raven, the it's not like Chinese, but it's kind of has like a demon face and has like two like battle axes type of, not really battle axe, like a Guandao kind of thing. It's like with a pole arm and then like a fan blade at the end. Forgot one of those. And then a gunslinger Spawn. So I mean, like I guess with those but those came out a little bit after this guy. This was what, 2020, and those have come out in the year since. So I mean, it's kind of cool that he's re-releasing some of the most iconic, you know, like I said, the spawns or kind of the villains or just the creatures and stuff that he came up with throughout the iteration of Spawn. Because I mean, like, I remember when I had this guy and it was from the Cyber line, and he was red, he was hunched down, and he had like a little, like, it was like a space helmet that went onto it, and he had like a cannon on his back. And I think Overkill was on that one too, and he was just kind of, you know, Overkill was like almost as big as this guy, and then, you know, Saigor back then, he was probably about like half that height. So it's kind of cool that we have an actual more realistic size of what he would be. But yeah, I just really like that. He's like got like the mad eye, you know, gonna do his super slam fist. So yeah, I don't know, I wanted to just kind of share my my love for my Spawn figures that I have, because I used to have so many. I honestly did. You know, I was a kid that grew up with Spawn figures, and yeah, I don't think I'm gonna open this guy. I really did want to, but now that I'm just kind of like, you know, these guys are in their boxes and having those memories of, yeah, well, once you open it, and I mean, he's already missing something, so he's already missing that skull. So I mean, it would be nice to release him from his cage, but I think it would do better if he was just in there, kind of protected. And I think he does stand up fairly nice. Yeah, he does stand up nice in his box, so that can go right on the shelf right next to our original Spawn and Saigor. So thanks for, I don't know, like I said, I just kind of wanted to talk about what Spawn figures I did have, and, you know, this little guy. Kind of sad reminder of, you know, all the toys and stuff that we lose well, I say as an adult, and but you know, throughout the years growing up, and you know, if you move, that's a big thing too. You know, you pack up everything, and you gotta sometimes choose, and then do garage sales and stuff like that. So, but yeah, thanks for sitting here and letting me ramble about some toys that are fondly remembered. All right. Till next time, this has been Wander Named Guy, and I do not know if I'm going to be doing more figures or cards or what have you, but like I said, thanks for sitting down for a couple minutes and letting me ramble.